What is going on, y'all? Welcome to the Joel Friday TV podcast. I am Joel Friday. Bienvenido. Welcome to the show. My bad. I didn't hit the unmute. Amazing stuff. Do me a quick favor before we get started. Hit that like button. Smack it. Let us smack down on like, subscribe, and share button. Tell your peoples about the show so we get the subscribers up and a message out. Do it now. Help a brother out. Topics to be covered. Man, we got stuff to cover today. We got clips. We got pictures. We got things. Full entertainment today. But why women are... What was my topic? Why women are working to be miserable. Why women are working to be miserable. It's like crazy what's going on. And I think it could be helpful. So make sure you tell your peoples about the show. And yeah, we can get into it. Also, it is a talk show. So if you disagree or agree or have some input, you can call in at any point during the show by calling 888-775-3773. And we could talk about the topic at hand or any other topics, whatever you want to get into, you can call in and we can get into it. 888-775-3773. If you cannot call in for whatever reason, but you still have a question or comment, or you just like to support the show, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/JoelFridayTV. The link is in the description there. Or go directly to the live chat, hit the super chat button, and send your question or comment there, and I'll read them live on air. You know what I mean? So that way you can still engage, and I can still read your question or comments, and you'll also be supporting the show. It's a win-win-win. So I appreciate that. I am on all audio platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that stuff. If you want to listen to the show audio only, it's not live though, but all the past shows and previous episodes up until now from the beginning, you can go check out those platforms there as well. Audio only, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all the others. Amazing stuff. Let's get to it. Shout out to Instagram. What's up, Instagram? I am live on IG today, as well as YT, which is YouTube. And shout out to everybody on there. What's going on? To all my IG peeps as well. We're going to get into some stuff. There was a caller that called into James' show. He's in a wheelchair, and he was talking about like how he was kind of like bothered by my comments on Charlie Kirk in the past episodes. And he says that he didn't like how he felt that I was judging Charlie for judging the women, but he realized that he was judging me for judging Charlie for judging the women, right? And in his mind, he was telling James Hake that, and I'm just gonna make these quick comments and then we'll get to the topics at hand. But he was telling James that why can't we just all get along, or like why we should be on the same side. And I just disagree with that too. Is that like I don't even like this idea of team. You know what I mean? Like we're all on the same side. Charlie Kirk is a conservative Christian person, so us conservative people should be on the same side. I don't even like that talk either. Cause I'm not trying to be on no team. It's either, to me, everybody, there is no team, Republican, Democrat, all these things. It's all people are all the same. But though that's the case, you still want to recognize good and evil, but you still don't want to play for a team on good and evil. Well, all good got to be against bad, and all bad got to team up against good. Like team, I don't like the team thing. I don't like that either, because it's still making you pick a side. And you're not supposed to be picking sides. You're supposed to be living life and just living beings. and you want to recognize if you're operating out of evil and you don't want to be operating there, but you also don't want to be like, well, I'm team God. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that language either. So I just like, if you see wrongdoing, and it's not always necessary to speak up, I understand that because it can come off as judgmental. But if you see the opportunity and it makes sense, then you correct anybody. It don't matter, Christian, conservative, liberal, Democrat, whatever. Wrong is wrong. So, yeah, that's just how I feel. But anyway, because IG doesn't know what's been going on, so they're probably like, what is he talking about? What does this have to do with women and miserable? So let's get to the main topic. So I just want to warn. J Rod says, "What's up, Joel? What's up, J Rod?" Eve in Fox says, "Love the title, Mr. Friday. Right on. I appreciate it on IG." Yeah, and shout out to chat. I didn't say hi to the YouTube chat. Hi, YouTube chat. Shout out to my mods holding it down. The real thugs. Appreciate it. So I just want to warn the ladies that, and I know this doesn't go for all. But as a friendly warning, a friendly reminder that right now, to the ladies, to all ladies, whether this applies to you or not, but to all ladies, a friendly reminder that we're living in a time to where it is very easy to be deceived as a woman by wrongdoing, by propaganda, by all these things. We live in a time to where women have the freedom to do what they want and be whatever they want and get away with it. And not that you shouldn't have freedom. Everybody has a right to be free, but you still want to be mindful of yourself, mindful of your actions, mindful of your life, mindful of your surroundings. And right now, it's encouraged not to be mindful. It's encouraged to do whatever you want, exactly how you want to do it, regardless of the consequences. And it ends up, the end result of it is not good. It's destructive. So I just want to warn those who aren't really like recognizing what's going on, that if you're this work driven, work motivated, career running boss babe type of lady, I would seriously reconsider. I would honestly reconsider. Because what you're doing is, in my opinion, is you're working against your natural nature, your true self. And you're doing more harm than you are doing good. And I'm not saying you don't work and you shouldn't work at all, so don't have a job period and just be a stay at home. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I hear people call into the JLP show all the time, women who call into the JLP show all the time, these independent, money-driven, like boss babes, right? They call into Jesse's show, and they always say, man, they realize that, man, I realize I'm now 40, 50, that I was, wanting to live this life for so long and be independent because I was taught this, and now, like, I don't have a family. I don't have this. I don't have that. I have no peace, right? And I didn't realize that it was just all wrong teachings. And that's what happens. Because the ego just leads you to no extent. And then during that process, you also can't feel bad for the people who are like 40, 50 and like start realizing these things, because it shouldn't have taken that long, right? For you to slow down and recognize what's going on. It shouldn't have taken you 40 to 50 years. So you can't be mad at the fact that that's what happened, because you also went along with the thrill and the propaganda and all that stuff for so long, because everybody knows within something's off, right? But not everybody is necessarily ready to overcome and ready to like change their ways, because of maybe the ego is bringing them some type of satisfaction that they enjoy. But eventually you'll have to stop and be like, what the heck is going on? So I just warn the ladies who are watching my show who are not familiar with the message and the message of bond and everything, that really make sure your eyes are on yourself, because it's not what they tell you it's gonna be at the end of the road. It's not what they tell. And I have some examples to prove it. I'm not just making this stuff up. I got some examples to prove what the end result looks like. And you're gonna be miserable. You keep going down that path. And like I'm saying, I'm not telling you to quit your job and do all that stuff. I'm just saying, watch yourself, reflect, watch what's going on within, and continue to be a boss babe if that's what you want to do. But watch yourself and watch how that's influenced you to do certain things, or influence you to act a certain way, or close out certain people, or, you know, blah, blah, blah. Keep your eyes on that. Because the only reason why any of these people, any of these ladies want to be a boss babe is because they've been shown this image of what a boss babe might bring them internally. And they believed into the dream of it, the idea. They believed into the idea. And the imagination told them that it's gonna bring you peace, it's gonna bring you power and love and security and confidence, right? And you believed into it. But let me show you where part of that belief came from. I got some pics. Ooh, I got some pics. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Because it's like going crazy. So here's one of them. Is this it? Okay, so you guys remember Tomb Raider? See, these are all like subtle signs that you've been like taught growing up. Like, look at this Tomb Raider. So Angelina Jolie is the one who plays Tomb Raider. And look at the image is just this fit, good-looking, strong, tough, confident girl who can wield some guns and fight off evil and do all that good stuff, right? This is the images that are given to the young girls' minds. Like, wow, that is so powerful, right? So that's what they strive to be. And then, let's see, then there's the actual image. Angelina Jolie, look, she got 2 guns. Look at her. Skin silky smooth, no armpit hair. Still a woman, still female looking, but can wield some guns. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she pretty looking, but tough, right? And then you got the underworld, right? You got the girl from the underworld, and she looks so tough and pretty, you know, fit. You know what I mean? Like taking on bad guys, fighting crime, defeating all those evil, angry men, the misogynist, the toxic masculinity, defeating it, right? Man, that's my hero, right? So women strive for it, and they work towards that because it looked good. Let me show you another one. And then you got Wonder Woman. She's so pretty, and she is pretty. Look, the actress is pretty, but she's so pretty. Look, the actress is pretty and fit and like still like feminine looking and like but yet she fights crime and she's like the savior of, she's a superhero, and women can do it too. Batman can do it as a man, women can do it too. And who needs Batman or Superman when you have Wonder Woman and all these things? And what this is a painted image of what a woman could look like with power, with confidence, with strength, right? That's the image that's put in the mind. Oh, she got perfect peace. She got everything. But what I want to do is, let's see if I can go back to me. What I want to do is this. Oh, shoot. What I want to do is I want to show you guys what that mindset and that goal and striving for that type of existence really gets you, what you really end up looking like. So you think you're going to look like one of those beautiful actress models, right? That's not real. It's a movie, right? Those beautiful actress models, that's what you think you're going to look like. But I'm going to show you what ends up happening. So I'm going to play a clip real quick. And just to introduce this clip, this is from TikTok, and a man walks into a public police department while video recording, claiming to be conducting business, as he's approached by officers demanding him to leave the establishment. So he walks into this police department and he's approached by officers, a couple of them women, and I just want to show you what that looks like.
You can stay right there.
I don't need to approach you?
No, you can stay right back there. You can walk back that way.
Ma'am.
You can walk back that way.
Yeah.
Keep walking back that way.
Can you de-escalate a little bit? Because I feel like you're trying to just exert your authority over me, and I don't like it.
I'm not. I'm speaking to you in my normal voice.
You have no authority over me. Okay?
Actually, I do.
I'm in a public building. I'm conducting lawful business.
To leave.
I'm conducting lawful business. No, they didn't. That's a lie.
Yes, they did.
They did not ask me to leave.
They asked you to leave, and they said that you were no longer allowed to be here.
I'm conducting business.
So therefore, you need to leave the location.
I'm conducting business. I'm doing a Freedom of Information Act request.
They asked you to leave.
So you're saying, can I get a supervisor here?
Right here.
Hi. I'm conducting
Oh, no. Okay, so look, they move over to the left. She's like, can I get this? He's like, can I talk to the supervisor? And he moves over the camera, and this is the supervisor. Look at her. And listen, mind you, if she wasn't wearing an outfit and she was just a regular lady that looked like that on the street, I would not say nothing. I would not open my mouth. I would not criticize. I wouldn't say nothing. Because that's none of my business. You want to be that kind of weight and stuff like that? Like, whatever. Doesn't mean that you're a wicked person. I don't know your life. But when you hop up in a law enforcement uniform and you vow to protect citizens, and we pay our tax dollars for you to protect the citizens, and this is the supervisor, that's where the problem comes in. Look at that. Look at that. That's a supervisor.
business. I'm an independent journalist exercising my
What authority is there?
freedom of press right.
Okay.
It's a right, not a privilege. Freedom of press. This is a public building. You guys have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 officers here, 6 including yourself, Sergeant.
Okay.
It's completely uncalled for. I'm trying to conduct business.
Okay. What is your business? What are you trying to do?
I'm doing a Freedom of Information request, which is a law,
Okay.
and I'm also gathering content for a story.
He's not wrong in what he's saying. Like I guess he has a right to be there. So, but the video is not the purpose of him. It's just to show that these people, this woman here, both of these women and those officers really don't have any actual authority to like put the foot down. And I'm just showing that, but I want to show you another part that comes up here. So bear with me.
Well, right now, we were called here by the people who work in this office building.
Okay.
They are concerned for their safety and their well-being, that there is somebody in here. They've asked you to step out and to leave and to stop video.
They did not.
Here.
I have it on camera. They did not ask me to leave.
Okay. Well, That's what they're relaying to us.
Okay,
so
it's a lie.
That's why we are here right now. I'm not going to dispute truth or fact right now. I'm going to tell you that is why we're here right now. We are going to conduct our investigation.
That's fine.
Okay, I'm a whole.
Sir, maybe I can speak to you and we can come to a better understanding here.
Well,
You're the supervisor, so I just want to let you know you're opening yourself up to civil, and you said you're a lawyer. You're opening yourself to civil litigation. All I'm doing is I'm peacefully filming. I'm not bothering anybody. I have to do a FOIL request with the town clerk's office. I have official business here. I'm exercising my constitutional rights.
I'm going to ask you to give me 1 minute.
Okay, great.
So when he got to the man,
If he's not doing anything illegal or dangerous or disruptive,
Exactly.
that's fine with me.
It's my right to be in this building.
As long as he
This is a taxpayer's
follows the
building.
rules, then
This is a taxpayer's building.
boom. So when he finally dealt with the man, they got to the bottom of it, and then the man's like, you know what? Like, you know, he's right. He has a right to be here, blah, blah, blah. But the man handled the situation. And it ain't nothing against women, and it ain't picking on women. It's that this boss babe mentality, I guarantee you, and I can't say I guarantee because I don't know, right? But there's women out there, like that supervisor woman, the big supervisor lady, who had a dream of being a supervisor lady, thinking she's gonna look like Wonder Woman while doing it. And what that type of mindset really gets you is exactly what you just saw on camera. And I'm gonna get to your calls right now. There's some lines open as well, so you can still get in 888-775-3773. So you thought it was gonna make you looking like Wonder Woman, but no, that's what that type of mindset gets you. Overweight, stressed, fear, anxiety, miserable, suicidal thoughts. No peace. This is what you get. Watch right here. Let me show you another one. Let me show you. Reality. Let me show you another one. Boom. This is what you get. You thought that this mindset, this dream of to be this independent woman was gonna get you Wonder Woman. Nope. It's getting you. This is what you end up looking like. This is what you end up looking like. Lazy, just overweight, no toughness in the face, zero. Soft. This is what you get, y'all. This is what you get. That's what I'm saying. You think that when you don't follow the order of God and you're not really getting to know God. And I ain't talking about just praying. I'm talking about really getting to know yourself and really working on yourself and really trying to get to the truth. You think it's going to take you somewhere it's not. And all these, men do it too, but all these ladies have this idea that they're going to be Wonder Woman in the workforce. But you can't be that because it's not in you to be that. So you're going to try it, but you're going to work against your natural nature. And that's why you get overweight. That's why you're stressed out. That's why you're depressed. That's why you're all these things, because you're not operating as you should be. Boss babe is pure evil. Why does men don't talk about being boss men. Men don't talk about being like that. And if they are, then they're falling too. We can't just make up our own way how we want to live life. You can't just make stuff up. You can, but you can't make stuff up and then also want to have peace. It just doesn't work like that. That's just not how life works. That's not how we're created, and that's not how we're designed. So go ahead and do what you want. Be free. I ain't telling you to quit your job, but just keep in mind and know that you ain't never gonna look like Wonder Woman. You're gonna look like the police officers and all the other ones that had a dream of being a boss babe when they were 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old. and thought they were gonna look like Wonder Woman or Angelina Jolie. I ain't making this stuff up. And I don't want, and I'm not even trying to be like misogynistic. You know how that word that they use. I have no desire to pick on people. But it's just, Lord have mercy. I'm gonna take some calls though. And then yeah, we'll go from there. I have some other things. Jose said boss bro. Yeah, you don't hear guys talking about boss bro. I'm a boss bro. Because guys don't really have a desire to want to be like the false ones do. So I can't say that. There's a lot of guys who do like want power. I mean, at some point, I can relate to that. I can relate to thinking that these things are going to make me feel better. I can relate to that. So I totally understand. And I'm not exempt. But I'm just saying, but I also know that that ain't it. And I also know that being a boss and working and becoming a CEO, all that is due because of the fall. You know what I'm saying? That's a curse. Do you guys know, do the ladies know and the men know that the reason why we have to work is because of a curse? The fall? It's not natural. So it's not like this is like, oh, well, how come they get to work? Well, fine, go ahead. You can work. You can have it. Because no matter how hard you work, it ain't going to bring you peace. Because it's the curse. So keep working if you want to. Boss babes, boss bros. Anyway, I got to get some calls. Right on. 888-775-3773. Let me go to Jaime from Minnesota. Jaime, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, how's it going, Joel?
All is well. How are you?
Good. Yeah, so what you're talking about, I remember hearing about on a different radio show, this woman complaining about her husband. She was making like $120K and her husband was making 20 or 30. And she was saying, you know, I love this guy. He's great and he's such a good father to my son.
Yeah.
Which wasn't his kid. It wasn't his kid. And she says, I don't know what to do. I want him to make more, you know. I want him to be more, have more aspiration than just what he's doing. Yeah. And when I heard that, I thought to myself, okay, this woman has taken the responsibility of the husband. You know, she's the breadwinner.
Yeah.
She's making all the money. And this guy is taking the responsibility of being the wife. You know, he doesn't make much money. He stays at home with the kid. Why is this woman complaining about her wife when he's doing what the wife is supposed to do? Stay at home, take care of the kid. You know, it's just that he's a man.
So he's staying at home watching the kids, and she's the one working. So the roles are reversed, is what you're saying?
Yeah, she's making all the money. He's making a little bit of money.
Okay.
Not working as much, but staying at home with the kid.
Oh.
And it's twisted. It's all turned around. Yeah, but what's really messed up is why does this woman want him to make more money?
Oh, I see.
When she's already making all the money.
What do you
think? She
think?
doesn't get it. She's the husband. It hasn't settled in.
Right.
She's the husband. She has a husband responsibility.
Right. Well, what do you think? But why do you think that she wants the man to make more money, even though the roles are reversed? Why do you think she's still looking for that?
I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. She. What she had said was that she was worried that if she couldn't work anymore, then her family wouldn't have any money.
Yeah.
Because she was the breadwinner, which is true. But that's the truth with me, too. If I can't work anymore, how's my family going to eat? That's why we got insurance.
Here's the thing. Is it Jaime?
Yeah.
Jaime. Is that, in my opinion, she's wanting the husband to work for more because she's still not satisfied. She's still not satisfied. Like, she's making the money and she's in control. She has the power, right? And even with that, she still feels empty. So now she's thinking like, well, it's because you're not making enough money.
Right. She's looking at him. She's thinking, oh, you're a bum and that's why I'm unhappy. Well, that's not true. You're unhappy because you didn't forgive your mother.
Right. The order is all messed up and your mindset is messed up. And that's the thing is that's why women tend to become 40, 50, and 60 and then start to realize that what the heck is going on? Like, my life is not what it was. But there's been plenty of opportunities in between time where you could have turned it around, but instead you enjoyed having this false power, having this false thing. So that's why, I'm saying now to women is that it's not going to lead anywhere. And what we want is peace, and only God can give that if we follow his way,
Right. And my wife and I, we met when we were older, in our mid-30s.
Oh, okay, nice.
And we got married then, but she was working, on her own. She didn't have any kids. She'd never been married, but she worked, a full-time job, and she wanted to get her own business so that she could take care of herself, right?
Yeah.
And she had a house, before I met her. And then it was a small house,
Okay. Yeah.
But she was doing it on her own.
Mm-hmm.
And then now we've been married, 2 something years. And we talk about it, and she says, God, I'm so happy that we met and that we got married because it was getting hard.
Interesting. So did she...
You know what I'm saying?
Does she have that... Did she have that boss babe mindset, and does she still have it now? Do you still see it?
No, I don't see it at all. I think she's just circumstances, she hadn't been married yet, so she needs to take care of herself.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But then we got together, and she's like relieved. I don't have to take care of myself. You can take care of us financially.
Okay. So does she still work now?
No.
Nice.
She's like, God, I'm so happy I don't have to work. I can stay home with the kid and
nice.
Don't have to worry about it.
At least her mind, and like you said, you make a good point, is that obviously if they're not married, they have to get out and fend for themselves and find a job and stuff like that. But the point is that the mindset shouldn't be so locked into this like false way of living, because then you end up like missing opportunities. Because let's just say that, your wife was trying to be this boss babe, and then you came around and she missed it because she wanted to be a boss babe. You know what I mean? So that's good that her mindset wasn't stuck on the propaganda and the lies.
Yeah, and that's that feminism.
Yeah. Yeah.
And those cops, those female cops, if they took some steroids and really worked out a lot and got big, and then people would respect them.
You said if they got big, people would respect them?
No, yeah. The women cops, like you were showing that video I was watching. You're right. If they worked out and got really fit and got really, big and strong. But like you said, it's not in.
Yeah. It still would be.
Do that.
It still would be off though. Like they may be able to look, but their mindset would be so jacked up that it still would be off. It still wouldn't be right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a messed up world, man.
Yeah, it's a crazy world that we live in. But
your thing with that guy Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
I watched that and I thought exactly the same thing. Like you said, this this guy's being so phony, you know.
And
I've watched that show before, and it's entertaining.
So you're saying
and everything.
You're saying that you think he's being phony. You agree?
Yeah, he looked like he was being phony.
Yeah, 100%.
And it came off really bad.
So you've seen it before. You've seen it too.
Well, I haven't seen that one until you showed it.
Okay.
But I've watched the Whatever podcast before.
Oh, yeah.
And there's some people that go on there that make good points and everything, but he had a, what do you call it? He had something that he wanted to do going in.
Right.
He wasn't there.
Yeah, like
for
an
the right
agenda.
reasons.
Exactly.
An agenda.
Yeah, exactly. I 100% agree, and that's exactly why I called it out, because I just seen that it was like false stuff. But I appreciate it, Jamie. I got some other calls I got to get to here,
All right.
but any
You have a good day.
Oh, okay. Call me again, man.
One other thing.
Yeah, quickly.
Calling people out on things like that is a good thing, so
I
that
agree.
they can think about it, but also so we can think about it too.
I agree, 100%. Thank you, Jaime. Appreciate it.
Bye.
All right, 100%. I agree. And like the guy with the wheelchair, he said that he was judging, but he felt he was judging, right? So if you feel you're being judgmental and you recognize you're being judgmental, then you're being judgmental. But if you're not, you don't feel it, and you see that what needs to be done, then if people think it's judgmental, then let them think whatever. They thought Jesus was judgmental. They thought Jesus was angry. They still think Jesus was angry. So can't do nothing about that. Let me go to William out of California. William, welcome to the show. You're on there.
My man, how you doing?
All is well, William. How are you?
Always good to talk to you, little brother. Always.
You as well.
I like that caller that just got off, Jaime. I agree with him.
Nice.
I agree with him. What do you think about those cops, the female cops that were doing what they were doing? Because it kind of reminds me of Letitia James and what's that girl's name? Tiffany Haynard in Illinois.
Oh, okay.
Boss, strong boss queens. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which cops are you referring to? The New York ones or the ones that I showed on the clip?
The ones you showed on the clips, and then
Yeah.
you got Letitia James that out there in New York, and Tiffany Haynard, the mayor of in Illinois out there. I've always said that they are not very good at leadership.
Right.
You also have a situation where, like, I know that you probably hear, I'm a strong black queen and all of that stuff.
Right.
And a lot of times, it's not all the time, but if you notice, some of these women are not married.
Right.
Now, I don't know how can you be a queen if you don't have a king.
And right, that's a good point, William. Who crowned you when the queen title comes from having a king? You're not just a queen for the sake of being a queen.
Yeah. You don't have a king. You don't have a queen first.
Right.
You have a king first and a queen second.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to apologize for knowing that.
Right.
I'm not going to apologize for nothing like that. As a matter of fact, there's just something really bad going on with women right now.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
young black girl in St. Louis, I don't know if that child, these kids are having a fight in the middle of the street like animals and slam their head on the ground. I think that girl's going to die.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This behavior, this power thing they got going it's not going to last. They think it is, but I've seen things happen. I'm 63.
Yeah.
I've seen things happen. I've seen things come. I've seen things go.
Yeah.
But what really gets me about women, if you probably heard this before, I had that baby. They want a trophy for something that your body is meant to do.
Right. And that's
you don't get,
and
you know what I mean? You don't get a trophy for that. Your body is supposed to have a child.
and you didn't have it on your own too. But those are the red flags. Like those tell you what's going on. Like
Sure.
if we really pay attention, William, and we
Right.
see like anybody that's using the word queen in the first place is
Oh
that
my
red
God.
flag. Any person that's saying
now, how many?
right, any
Yeah.
person that's saying
Yeah.
I'm a proud black woman, proud like
all
all
of
those
that,
things are
yeah.
just like red flags to show you that
If you got to tell me, that means you don't believe it yourself.
you don't believe it
and
yourself.
I'll say
Exactly.
something. That not only is your body supposed to have children, it's just not something I think that, well, maybe I'm wrong, but it's my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think that's anything for you to brag about.
Exactly.
I can count on one hand how many men I've heard, which I have heard them too. I made them kids. I've heard that before.
Right.
But, I mean, you that's what your body is supposed to do.
Yeah.
And then hers is supposed to, squirt it out.
I talked about it on my show a couple episodes ago, but I read from Genesis how, for one, having children is a part of the curse. So that's a curse thing. So it's nothing to be proud about. But the second thing is that when babies, like women always want to say, my body, my choice, and the baby belongs to me. But it's like the woman comes from the man, though. The woman comes from the man at the end of the day. So it's like, how are you gonna tout that you're this? You use that, but it's like at the end of the day, we go all the way back to the beginning. You come from the man too.
That's right.
So
that's right. I mean, I mean, it's like you really, that is nothing to brag about. That's what your body's supposed to do. And then, as far as the roles being reversed, like Jaime was talking about, a woman making more than a man.
Yeah.
Now you got a lot of men, and I know who they are, and some of them I don't know who they are.
Right.
But I can tell through their women, if their women got a potty mouth, talk back, aggressive, manly, I can do what I want. I can talk any way I want to any man and anybody.
Yeah.
I can pretty much bet that the guy that's at home is a wimp.
Yeah, he's catching pure hell.
Yes, he is. And now the one that you said about making more money, now the one that Jaime pointed out, I like the scenarios both you guys came up with, but how about this scenario to think about? What if he all of a sudden gets a job that makes twice as much as her?
Right.
How do you think she'll take that?
Right. That's a good...
If you think she's unhappy because he doesn't make enough, how do you think she will act if he does make enough?
That's a good point, William. That is a good point because
how you think she'd handle that? You get what I'm saying? Because there are some stay-at-home dads that their spouse just has a powerhouse job, and they educated themselves for that position. Correct? Yeah. Okay.
Right.
And then the guy might not make more than her. There are some stay-at-home dads and everything, but you can do that and still be your own star player.
Man.
You got to take care of your star player. If you don't take care of your star player don't get taken care of, you're going to get ran over. But I can guarantee you, the women that you hear cackling, they usually have a man that you don't never hear a word out of. You know why they never hear a word? Because she said so.
Right. 100%, William. Hey, William, I appreciate it. I'm running out of time here, so I gotta get to some other calls. But 100%.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying, and like it's just out of control. But at least we're able to see it and speak on it.
You know the young lady you were talking about? I meant to tell you. You never know. You might have a chance to reintroduce each other, and you might have a chance to tell her. You know why I backed off is because you portrayed something that I wasn't attracted to and everything. Maybe we can start that over and introduce ourselves, and we don't need all of that.
Exactly.
That's a possibility that you might run. They sounds like a nice lady and everything, but she just rubbed you the wrong way.
Right. I agree. Right on, William. I appreciate it, man.
Okay.
All right. Call me again.
Take care. All right.
You too. Right on. Of Aaron C. And then I'm going to try to squeeze in some super chats here before we end the show. Thanks to the moderators for reminding me. They're in there doing the job, holding it down. Shout out to the mods. Avera and C out of Utah. Welcome to the show, man.
Hey, what's going on, my brother?
How's it going?
Doing all right. So, yeah, really good topic here. This is something that I think, like my generation and onward, has kind of had to deal with the working woman, and it's kind of a complex topic because a lot of guys might complain, including myself, might complain about how the working woman is, the toll that the career does take on them and stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, in today's economy, it almost does like require two incomes, I would say. I mean, I just bought 2 chicken breasts earlier, and it was $15. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, things are getting really unrealistic as far as the pricing of things. And, like, it's also relevant, too, because I'm currently talking to a chick who, and this is common. I've been in plenty of relationships where the female makes more money than I do. And I'm currently talking to a chick who's an accountant that makes much more money than I do.
Yeah.
Right. And so I can see how her career is kind of taking a toll on her, like dating wise and stuff, and dealing with men. But at the same time, it's like, well, if you're a man and you don't make more than her, do you really have a right to speak on it or not?
Meaning what? Like, if you're married, or what do you mean?
Well, I'll give you an example. Like, this chick, she's very religious. She would like the traditional setup of being a stay-at-home mom, taking care of the kids and stuff like that. And it's like, well,
oh, I see.
She's telling me this, maybe assuming that I make more than she does, and that we could,
So basically, really quick,
like,
just because of time here, you're just saying that do you have the right to say anything about her job, even though you're not in a position to tell her anything because you can't necessarily provide yet for you and her long term?
Right.
I 100%. You don't have a right to speak up. As a matter of fact, there's nothing wrong with her having a job that makes a certain amount of money. What's wrong is the mindset that she may have about it. Because, some like girls are definitely are in higher positions than a lot of men oftentimes today, but it's about their mindset and if they identify with it and where their heart is at with it. And is she gonna be willing to do what's right when the time does come when you're able to provide? Is she gonna be willing to do what women should do when they're married, opposed to still trying to be a boss babe and yet still have a husband and get everything that she wants instead of doing what she sees as the right thing? That's what it comes down to.
What's unique about this particular chick is that she's totally cool being a stay-at-home mom, etc. She agrees she doesn't want to be a career woman, but at the same time, it's like, and you're saying, oh, once you do get your paper up, well, it's like, what if within the next 10 years I don't make as much as she would make? You see what I'm saying?
But if that's a great question, man. If you're doing all that you're supposed to be doing, Avarency, and you're on track and you're watching yourself overcoming blah blah blah, everything will be added to you, and you will be able to be provider. God is not going to allow you to be in a situation to where you're married and you guys both have to be working full time, but you still want children and family. It wouldn't have to work like that. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, everything will work out as it should.
I guess that's the best possible answer. Put it in the Lord's hands.
Put it in the Lord's hands. That's right, man.
All right, man.
Well, I appreciate it.
Man.
Call me again.
Be easy.
All right, you too. I got it. Let me just say this. Callers, I'm so out of time. But you can stay on for American Anchor Baby show. I'm so out of time though, and I have to get to some of these super chats. Garrett says amazing show. He bought some donuts. Thank you, Garrett. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. Patty says love your show, Joel, with some donuts. Thank you, Patty. Much love to you as well. Alex says amazing show and movie recommendations here. I think he recommended on Nick's show. Right on. I'll check those out. I appreciate it, Alex. I will look into it. Let me see if I think that's. I'm so out of time. What I'll do is that everything, I'm going to say the last thing and I'm going to end. Oh, Yo Big Hen says, I love my wife's job and she loves what I do. Rather, she makes more than me. I mean, people, if you're okay with that, Yo Big Hen, I just don't, it's just not, if you're okay with that and you feel like she, everything is going well, then that's on you and that's the life that you want to live. That's on you. Right? And I'm not here to say that you're wrong for living that type of lifestyle. It all comes down to what you guys agree with. I know many people who the husband's at home and the wife's working, and I'm not saying they're happy, but they're still married, and that's not even a standard to be held. But my point is this, is that if you're doing what's right and you don't make as much money as a girl, God's not going to allow you to go into a marriage if you're doing all the right things, broke, and you can't provide for your family. That doesn't make sense. So if you're doing all the right things, everything will just come together as it's supposed to, when it's supposed to, however God wants it to, right? So you just got to trust the process and know for yourself, right? Get to know yourself and forget the money and all that stuff. And I understand this because, that's a problem that I've had, is worrying about all the outward stuff, the money and all that stuff. It doesn't matter about that. Get yourself right first. Get this right. Being whole, finding peace, finding love, and being able to walk in that. And all those other things are not even important, but they'll come when they need to come. Right? Get what's important right first, and then God will handle the rest. You know what I mean? Let that be the focus. No more boss babes, though. Don't call yourself no boss babe. Don't call yourself no queen. Don't call yourself no king. Don't say none of that stuff. Because you're setting yourself up to fail. And you're going to end up like a humongo boss babe. Lonely with no nothing. Friends, no nothing. Just money and misery. So stop with all the boss babe stuff. I got to end. I got to go. Thank you, IG, and thank you, YouTube, for tuning in. Until next time, I'll see you American Anchor Babies coming in. You don't want to miss this show. Thank you, callers, for calling in. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.